dignified Christian gentleman in our generation, it would be Senator Dr. Floyd Morris. For even with what some may consider to be the disability of an icon of excellence, not only in Jamaica, but also on the world stage. He has attained scholarship of the highest level, attaining a PhD in political communication. As a notable Seventh-day Adventist Christian gentleman, he addressed the General Conference at the last General Conference session in San Antonio, Texas in 2015. Senator Morris is not afraid of being identified as a Seventh-day Adventist Christian gentleman anywhere, anytime across the world. Brothers and sisters, it is with great joy that I present to you our presenter for this time, Senator Dr. Floyd Morris. And I must say, I shared with him I had no need to go through his profile because he's a household name. I'll just do as they do in the United States of America by saying, ladies and gentlemen, the President. Ladies and gentlemen, the Senator. And while I mused about the President, he was careful about identifying the presidency by a particular number. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you our Speaker, Senator Dr. Floyd Morris.
Thank you very much.
Forgive me for interrupting our speaker. I should have clearly said that his clearness of sight has been demonstrated by the beautiful wife of his choice, Sister Shelley, who is ever so joyful to stand by his side.
You are so correct, Pastor, and I am very much appreciative of your quick and corrective action. I'm very happy to be here today to participate in this very important conference. And I want to specially commend my friend, Elder Cook, for organizing this conference. And even more so importantly, for ensuring that persons with disabilities are brought to the center of the communication efforts of the Jamaica Union. You see, we are living and functioning in an era where access to information is critical, and it is even more so for persons with disabilities. But in order for persons with disabilities to access information, they have to have access to modern technologies. But before I venture into the gravamen of my presentation, I want to give you an indication as to the evolution that has taken place over the years in terms of the treatment of persons with disabilities to where we are in the 21st century. Because there was a time when persons were seen as mere charity cases, individuals who ought to be pitied, individuals who ought to be confined to their homes, and it was the duty of the state and the church to take care of these individuals. We have, and that era was associated with what we call the welfare model. It moved into the era of what we call the medical model, where the emphasis was on the impairment, and that in order to deal with the person with a disability, you had to deal with the disease that led to the impairment. And so much emphasis was not placed on the person with the disability, but rather on the impairment. And in a lot of ways, the welfare model is tied to the medical model because of their constructs. We moved from the medical model to the social model, where individuals recognize that it wasn't impairment that was the problem with the person, but rather social barriers that were serving to exclude and isolate persons with disabilities from the mainstream of society. And so it was felt that, look, we need to focus on rehabilitation and integration